Hello and welcome to Taking You to School with Dr. Tom Prichard. I'm your host, JP John Poz, with a two-man power trip. Of course, joining me is the former WWE World Tag Team Champion, one of the greatest trainers ever in the history of the business, the Doctor of Desire himself, Dr. Tom Prichard. How you doing today, sir?
Doing great, John. Hope you're doing good too.
Doing good, doing good. As far as the current landscape of wrestling, a lot of crazy stuff going on. I don't know if you heard this or not, but WWE going to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania. Is this true? Have you heard anything about
I
this?
have not heard that. Is that true?
It was reported today that it was whoever runs the like the entertainment for Saudi Arabia. He had posted something in Arabic and they translated it, and then PW Insider reported it was correct that they didn't want to announce it yet, but they said that they're going to try to bring, or they are going to bring, WrestleMania to Saudi Arabia of all places.
When is that? Next year? Or this? No, next year's in Vegas.
Yeah, the following year. So WrestleMania 43.
Wow. How's that going to work out?
I don't know. No one's going to travel over there, right? It's like a 15-hour flight. No one's, doing that long flight that they normally do for Mania.
Well, you'd be surprised. There might be a few who do. I mean, maybe from the European country and a few from America too, maybe.
That's crazy. My
It
God.
is crazy.
Is that purely just financial? They're paying more than anybody else for WrestleMania? It seems crazy.
Well, either they're paying more, or they just want to get that global, even more global feel to it, I guess. And Saudi Arabia has been very good to them, so maybe so.
Man, it just seems like, wow, WrestleMania in another country seems crazy. But then Saudi Arabia, that just seems super crazy. Like, it seems really nutty.
Yeah, well, WWE's had a reputation for doing nutty things before, so doesn't surprise me.
What do you think just about TKO in general, just as far as they seem a bit greedy? I know this is all about money, it's all about business, but it does seem like whoever's the highest bidder, they're just completely, you know, they're just
Well,
completely doing it.
yeah, I think it does go back to money. I mean, I I heard that the front row. What was the front row at this year's WrestleMania go for? Was it $10,000, something like that?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a lot of money to pay for a front row seat. It's a lot of money to pay for any seat, actually. But I mean, if you want to go and watch WrestleMania, if you got the money, I mean, yeah, it's pricing itself in a different market.
Do you think price gouging though? Because it does seem like it's almost getting a little too out of control with some of these prices.
Well, when people stop coming, I think that's when they'll realize it. But they obviously didn't have any problems selling out. So I don't know. I mean, they only know what they're doing, and they're not having a hard time selling out, I guess.
When you look at it, it's like, okay, are they getting too expensive? But if people are willing to pay for it, I guess it can't be too crazy yet. Anyway,
Well, yeah, and they're appealing to a different customer. I watched WrestleMania with a good friend of mine, and he pointed out all the flaws, and I said they're not appealing to you and me. They have a whole different market. They're selling their product to these days. So when the fans start protesting and start saying something about it, then they'll pay attention. But as long as they're paying the money right now for the tickets, why they don't have any incentive to reduce prices?
yeah, that is true because if you think about it, it's like, okay, it's probably price gouging to a certain point, but if they keep selling out, like Madison Square Garden a few months ago, I ended up going with my son, but everyone's saying the price was too expensive, price was too expensive, and it was kind of expensive for the tickets. They were like $200 a piece, and they weren't like great seats either, but just crazy. And we ended up going. It was sold out. There was 20,000 people there.
Yeah, yeah. So what is it for them to say? No, we better reduce our prices. They're going to just keep going up unless the houses drop. They're going to keep going.
When you look at it, obviously, it's all about the money. It's all about, but when is enough is enough? When is it too much? Is it when the house goes down, or is it when you start seeing complaints, or is it loss of money? Like what's going to be the
When the
impetus to
fans,
lower?
yeah, when the fans stop showing up and the fans start complaining to the point where they're having trouble filling the houses, filling the arenas, then they're going to have to do something. But right now, they seem to be on a pretty good run.
Are you interested in going to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania?
Not at all. No. Like you said, what, 15-hour flight?
I think at least, yeah.
Yeah, and to get around and all that stuff, man. I just went to Vegas for the Cauliflower Alley Club, and oh my God, that was WrestleMania this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yep.
and I just thought, to get around in that town is to me it's a chore. To me, it's something that unless I really wanted to go see it, and I don't. I can watch WrestleMania on my TV and I'll be okay. I have my own private bathroom. I have my own private chair. I have my own snacks. I have my own whatever I want right in my house. So no, 15-hour flight to go see WrestleMania, and then to pay if they're paying $10,000 in Vegas for a front row seat, they're going to pay God only knows what in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And by the way, congratulations to CAC Trainer Award this year at the Cauliflower Alley Club. So how did that go? How was that?
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Bruce came in. I thought he was just coming in to say hello and check on things. Zoe Stark. She's in Vegas right now, I think, doing some rehab, and he got up and inducted me in the Ron Hutchinson Trainers Award. So yeah, it was very cool.
How did you find out that you were going to be inducted? Like, who calls you? Who is like the one that gives you the award?
Brian Blair called me and told me they wanted to do it. So yeah, then we set it up and went out to Vegas, and that was a pretty good trip from Tennessee. And you get to Vegas. Vegas is a nice town, but I really think it's overhyped and overpriced. Yes. Everything is it's all about getting your money in Vegas.
Yeah, my buddy went out there for work, and he was like, trying to do, maybe it's the bar scene or whatever, and he said it was so damn expensive getting around, and the hotel room, which he didn't pay for, but he was looking at the bill. He said everything was just so expensive, but they had to do their own Ubers if they wanted to get around outside of the hotel. So he said it was just too much money. Everything was too expensive.
Yeah, we took cabs everywhere because the cabs were outside the hotel, and I was going to call the Uber, and I thought, well, it's just the same. So yeah, we got around that way.
So what did you think about the honor, and what did you think about the night?
I thought it was very cool. I met Ron Hutchinson before, and now they named the Trainers Award after him, and it was a great honor, a great thing. I really did. I had a good time.
Now, you were shocked that Bruce, right? I mean, you didn't know Bruce was going to induct you.
No, I had no idea. I really didn't. And they kept bringing buckets of beer to the table. So by the time I got up there, I think I'd had 7 beers. That wasn't good either. Because I'm not a big. See, I'm really not a big drinker these days. But they just kept bringing beers to the table. So I said, okay. But no, it was very cool. It really was a cool experience. It was great. Cauliflower Alley does a lot of good stuff.
That's pretty cool. They got Bruce to do that, and he never even kind of clued you in at all that he was going to be a surprise. He kind of just kayfabed you the whole time.
The whole time. Yep.
Wow, pretty cool. I guess.
No, but we just we had a talk afterwards and everything. It was really good.
Is it safe to say the Prichard boys are back together? Prichard boys are back, baby.
Well, we're always together. We just had a talk in Vegas. I mean, after the Cauliflower Alley Club, they kind of commandeered me and we went over to his hotel, and we just sat down and talked and had a good time.
Who contacts him? Would that be like Brian Blair, I guess, would contact him as well?
I have no idea who contacted him. Probably Brian.
I love that. What a great job by the former Killer Bee there, bringing in brother Bruce as a surprise guy. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I think everybody was surprised he was there.
Look at Bruce, man. What a good guy. Now, Ron Hutchinson, right? Edge and Christian. Who else did he train? I know he trained Edge and Christian. Obviously, you had a hand in both those guys too, but that was like his main guys, right? Oh, Trish, right?
Trish Stratus. Yeah, I think he had Tiger Jeet Singh Jr.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. If all the ones who weren't trained by the Hart family were trained by Ron.
So, I want to say Gail Kim too, Tracy Brooks. There's
Gail
a couple
Kim,
of good females that came out of there too.
pretty much anybody in Canada. Like I said, if you didn't go through the Hart dungeon, you went through Ron, and he has a pretty good list of
Yeah.
trainees. Yeah.
Joey Legend, right? Johnny Swinger. There's a couple really good guys.
Sinbo D.
Yeah, your buddy
Yeah,
Sin. That's right. Yep.
sure. Went out there. We watched Sin's call it in the ring, call it on the fly show that he has, where the guys aren't allowed to talk beforehand and just go in the ring. We picked, whoever was there and put them in the ring and saw what they could do.
And the Ron Hutchinson Award. That's now thinking about it, he does have a pretty good resume to be having an award named after him. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, sure does. Nice guy too. Great guy.
I was thinking maybe it could be the Stu Hart Award with all the guys he trained.
Well, yeah, but I think Ron has done a lot for the CAC, and they wanted to honor him with that award, and it was pretty cool.
When you're there, right, you're at CAC, who else do you run into? Who else is there?
Wow. Bob Orton Sr., saw him. Abdullah.
Nice.
Yeah. Trying to think who else was there. God, Sin. Lynn Denton, grappler. Saw the Godfather. Mick Foley. Valentine, Greg Valentine. So there was a lot of people. Jake, saw Jake. Jake was on the, when we were leaving the Mick Foley roast, Jake was on the same elevator, and we talked for a little bit.
Seems like a lot of guys that don't really do the convention scene anymore is doing CAC. Like, I haven't seen Valentine in a minute. Jake has kind of been quiet. Abby's been quiet, except for maybe one show. It seems like they all come out to CAC, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, see, and the CAC invites now more people can get involved and go to the banquets and the meet and greets and stuff like that. And it does a lot of good stuff for the guys and gals out there who might fall on hard times, and they help them out. Brian and Rich Engel. I think it's England. Rich, can't remember his last name, but Rich and Brian do a great job in helping the former wrestlers out when somebody needs help. They do a really good job with that.
Man, there's so many like cool guys that do that and go there. Was JBL there this time around? I was trying to remember.
No, he was not. He didn't show up this time.
JBL, what a legend he is, though. But very cool, obviously, all those guys that were there. Are you proudly displaying your CAC award?
Of course. Yeah.
Was that one of your best honors that you've received?
I think so. I think it was a very nice honor. I'm glad they considered me, and I'm glad I went out.
Do you ever think maybe like, man, I should have got this way earlier? Like, this award should be named after me. Do you ever think of stuff like that or no?
No, not at all.
Probably could. If we run through your list of guys and then we compare it, you know what I mean? We could probably make a run at that, having them rename it.
Well, we can, but I tell you, I was very honored to get an award named after Ron, and Ron's a class guy, and he deserves it.
So we were mentioning Bruce, obviously, and him being there at CAC. Did you have a chance to see Bruce on WWE Unreal, which was the show that was on Netflix?
I haven't seen Unreal yet. I've been kind of busy.
Oh, it's very good. They're showing the I think so. I know other people have complained and said it shows too much and it's not that good, and too many guys are crying or whatever they're saying, complaining and crying backstage and stuff. But I thought it was good. I thought it was a good look behind the scenes at WWE and kind of what day-to-day is of how they're putting creative together.
Well, I think these days people have kind of pulled back the curtain with the internet and everything available out there. So, I mean, I think it's an interesting concept. I've been meaning to watch it. I just haven't had the opportunity yet. just been out of the loop.
Do you think that, I don't know, it might be like, I know you haven't seen it, but in theory, do you think it might be pulling back the curtain too much that they're literally filming the writer's room and they're filming behind the sage gorilla?
To a point, yes, but at the same time, I think that people who are interested in professional wrestling, because I've talked to people who have seen it, and they've told me the same thing. There's really good seeing what goes on and how complicated things can be. So, and that intrigues me a little bit. I want to see. I'd like to see what they do show and what they don't show. But I think that with everything available today and what's been said about the business and people who really are serious about it, not the casual fan, but even the casual fan, I think might be interested in how it works. But now it's the same thing. You know, we see how you saw the lady in half, and it's not as interesting anymore. But then again, some people might even be more interested.
Yeah, that is true. It's almost like they're showing you how the food is made. The cook is showing you how it's made.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, for people who are interested in that, I would be interested in that if I was a fan coming up today. Because back in my day, they kept the curtains closed and tight, and
Yep.
I thought that was very cool. But these days, we live in a different world, so you got to be able to accept it.
I just wonder if there's like a storyline behind a storyline. You know, like we're seeing maybe what they want us to see on that show, and it's maybe that's like a storyline within a storyline that they're just making the writers kind of a part of a storyline, because it seemed like some of that stuff it was a little convoluted just as far as they might have been working the work. You know what I mean?
It could be. I mean, that's totally possible. Hunter's an old school guy, and I think he just I wouldn't put it past him.
I did see an interview with Pat McAfee where he was mentioned that there was wrestlers and people complaining online, and he goes, they're doing podcasts and stuff going behind the scenes talking about exactly what we're like. So it was kind of a little bit hypocritical of the people that were, you know, saying that about Triple H.
I can understand that point of view too. I sure can. I mean, you know, you go on and talk about stuff on a podcast, and you get mad because they're showing it on. Is it on A&E or is it on Netflix?
Netflix.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can understand both points of view, but I think with everything out there today, you know, you're going to find out what you want to find out.
The thing is, too, about that show, and obviously this is only 5 episodes, and they're going to have another season, I think, with another 5 episodes, and we'll see where it goes from there. But if it wasn't successful, obviously they would just scrap it and not do it at all. So it does seem like there is interest because they are doing more seasons of it. So obviously people are interested in the behind the scenes of what goes on in the writer's room. People were asking for this, to be honest, for years. I saw people asking, I want to see in the writer's room, and they're giving it to you.
Yeah. And again, I don't think it's hurting business at all. You know, we talked about earlier, you know, selling out arenas and the PLEs, or is that what it is? A PLE now, not a pay-per-view.
Premium live event. Yep.
Premium live event. And, you know, it's a lot harder than it looks. And now they're showing the other part of it. You know, I mean, what we do in the ring is one thing, but it's behind the scenes that really matter. And they're finding out.
One cool part that was really interesting to me was they were kind of showing how the wrestlers were putting together some of the matches. And I just thought it was cool that they were showing basically CM Punk saying what he wanted to happen in the match. Cena and Seth Rollins agreed to it, and they literally show it's exactly the way Punk like put it together behind the scenes. They do it like exactly what, and I was like, wow, he really like saw it in his mind, was telling them what he wanted them to happen, and they nailed it. I was like, wow, it's like great job. He almost agented his own match, basically.
Right, and that's what a good agent does is he'll come and tell you what the premise is, and then it's up to the guys in the match to put it together and do it the way they have their vision. And I you know, being an agent is a thankless job. So let the guys put the match together, run it by the agent, see what they think, if they can add or take away from it. But Punk's a pretty smart guy, and so was Cena.
One thing, I don't know if you will or will not like this part, though. They kind of kissed the ring of Michael P.S. Hayes, who's kind of like the lead agent there. He put together like the Mania finish, and everybody went nuts with Roman, Punk, and Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman stuff. And then, hey, Triple H, great job, Michael. Michael, great job. Everybody's kissing the ring of Michael Hayes. I don't know if you'll like that part or not.
No, I love it. I love Michael Hayes. Michael P.S. Hayes is he's a genius when it comes to that stuff. He lives for wrestling. He breathes it 24/7. So Michael knows his stuff. He really does. He's been responsible for the last few WrestleMania main events. He's the guy they put in charge because he really does know his stuff, and he's great at psychology.
So I guess he's the one that kind of said, okay, you should turn here. And he's putting everything together as far as Paul Heyman turning it. So they're all like, that was a great, masterful job by Michael. Great idea. They nailed it. So it was like excitement when they came back there and they were filming the gorilla position. They were all like congratulating P.S. Hayes.
Sure. Well, and that's what they should do. If he came up with all that stuff, and he should get the credit. He gets paid very well to do that.
He also, obviously he's loving the adulation. He's liking that, that they come back. But there was such an excitement there. And then night 2 happened, and then Cena's the heel turn, which obviously did not turn out well. You could tell the reaction of the Gorillas, they completely 100%, or we did a 180. It's 100% different. It's like, oh, good job, John. Like, shake his hand. Oh, great job. Like, there was no excitement, yelling, thank Michael Hayes, all this other stuff. It was just like, okay, good job. All right, yeah.
Well, even Tom Brady threw an interception now and then.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah.
So it was not the same excitement level for WrestleMania Night 2 as it was for Night 1. Felt like Night 1 they hit the home run. Night 2 maybe not so much. So they weren't as excited behind the scenes.
No, but they made up for it.
Do you feel that, though, like as a writer, agent, when you're back there and you're putting stuff together, do you feel it? Do you necessarily know if it's like hitting or not?
Well, sometimes. I mean, you never know until it goes out and it either goes over or flops. So you can have an idea, and the only way to get the idea is to have experience and to have seen a lot of stuff that came before you and think about a lot of stuff, think if it works or not in your head, and see if the audience feels the same way. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So it's hit or miss sometimes. Well, Michael has had more hits than misses.
Oh, 100%, yes.
Yeah.
What about his attire, his clothes? You think that's a hit or a miss as far as him?
Do you know who Boyd Pierce was?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Michael said to me one time, he says, I used to make fun of Boyd Pierce's outfits, and now I'm dressing like him. So he is. He's dressing like Boyd Pierce. Michael's a gimmick. Michael's a gimmick 24/7. I mean, he lives it. He's what you see is what you get. That's Michael P.S. Hayes.
I love it. Love the Freebird there. He's the man. Obviously, he's the lead agent back there. He's the new Pat Patterson, if you will, back there.
Yes, he is. He certainly is.
Except he's a lot younger than you realize too. But he's, what I mean, just as far as how long he's been in the business to his age, he's a bit younger.
Michael's 66 years old.
Yeah. But just for how long he's been around, you would think he was like 76 or 80. You know what I mean? Because he's been around.
Well, he's been around over close to 50 years.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he started young.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy there. Now, speaking of PLEs and stuff and WWE and everything that got going on, what do you think about them going head to head with AEW and basically maybe quote unquote bullying them a little bit and kind of pushing them out and making them change their start time? Do you like that or do you not like that?
Are they actually bullying them? Is that the intent, you think?
I'm not sure, but it was basically, hey, we're running this date. WWE's like, no, we're going to run this date, and we're running at 7 p.m. Then all of a sudden AEW's like, okay, we'll run at 3 p.m. So I don't know if it's bullying, but AEW definitely changed their business plans when WWE was running the same day as them.
Well, I think WWE has always been in competition, and they like competition, and they like to show who's on top. And I've always said there's WWE and then there's everybody else. And you can look at that statement and argue with me all day long, but I mean, who else is drawing those kind of houses? Who else is drawing that kind of business? Uh, and they might want to. I mean, AEW takes advantage of it and might make them better. I don't know, but I think that's just the mentality of WWE is they're going to go out and conquer.
It's one of those things where I guess you could try to run, but basically the same night, but I just don't know if you'll be successful. If you, I mean, being like 7 p.m., I just think that you can't knock them off the mountain.
Yeah, I think so too. And they're going to push whoever wants to come up against them. They're going to push the envelope.
It's WrestlePalooza. It's on September 20th. That's at 7 p.m. to AEW for WWE, their PLE. AEW pay-per-view All Out, which will now be available on HBO Max. They moved it to 3 p.m. So a lot of fans are going to be changing kind of their maybe flight plans or traffic plans or driving, like because they're making the show 4 hours earlier now.
Well, they are forcing you to make a choice. Yes. And how close are they in proximity?
So AEW is going to be in Toronto, Canada. WWE is in Indianapolis, Indiana. So okay. Not close. Not really close. No.
So you're going to have to choose. And I think they're forcing the choice. And you're going to have your AEW faithfuls, and you're going to have your WWE crowd.
Now, this pay-per-view, WrestlePalooza, or really PLE, Premium Live Event, has Brock Lesnar in his return match against Cena. What did you think about Lesnar's return? Were you shocked by it? And do you like the return of the Beast?
I think there's only one Brock Lesnar, and I did like the return of Lesnar.
Were you shocked?
I was shocked he didn't come back earlier.
Wow, okay. I mean,
yeah, I knew he was going to come back. I had a feeling. I didn't know, but I had a feeling he was going to come back. Why waste a talent like Brock? I mean, why just have him sit at home if he's available? He's not going to AEW.
No way.
Who else compares to Brock Lesnar out there? There's only one Brock Lesnar, and I think they're wise in choosing to bring it back.
Now, they checked with legal. I guess it was 4 months ago, apparently, maybe around like WrestleMania time. They checked with legal, and he was free and clear. He was allowed to come back, and I guess now was the timing that they decided for creative. But they had to check with legal, I guess, because the Janelle Grant stuff and the Vince McMahon stuff, they want to make sure it was a go. So they paid him to sit at home for basically 2 years.
Right. So, I mean, why not use it? I mean, if you got the old okay, and let's go, then why not use it?
He is one of a kind, obviously, huge draw, one of their biggest, just one of a kind. His reaction that he got at SummerSlam, I mean, that was crazy. Those fans were going nuts for the return of Brock. They were shocked.
Yeah, there's only one, and he's the guy.
Kind of crazy, the Cena retirement tour. You think, okay, he goes out on the Shield, though, he loses to Cody, and you think he's just doing the bye to the crowd, and then Brock comes out and he gets his ass kicked. So really good business there, setting up for Cena and Lesnar.
Yeah, and I'm sure Michael Hayes had a big part of that.
When you look at like that, right, do you think that Cena Lesnar should be the main event of that PLE, or does that not matter as far as placement of the card, or does it need to be the main event?
Well, who is the main event?
They haven't said it yet. They haven't said.
Well, I think if not, it should certainly be up high on the card. And I would end it with Lesnar and Cena.
Who would you have go over?
Wow. I don't think they're going to have a definitive winner.
Oh, okay. They're having a rematch.
Probably.
Interesting. Okay, I like that. Those two, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of meat on the bone if they wanted to, like stretch it out a bit with those two.
Yeah, because if Brock beats Cena, then he beats Cena. If Cena beats Brock, then where do you go from there? So you got to keep both those guys good. And that's up to the brain trust in WWE right now.
Is there anything you want to see on the Cena retirement tour before he leaves? Is there any guy he needs to face again, or is there anything else that needs to happen?
I can't think of anything right now. I mean, I think that I kind of like Cena as a heel. I loved his promos. I thought he was hitting right on the mark, man, when he got the promo on Cody and talked about the neck tattoo and things like that. I thought he was pretty right on. So, I mean, I can't think of anything I'd change or want to see. I like being surprised.
Kind of funny. He did throw out there that The Rock and Travis Scott abandoned him, and that he was doing stuff he didn't want to be doing. So that's kind of a weird little wrinkle of him turning back babyface. It's like, what the hell happened to The Rock and Travis Scott storyline?
Yeah, well, there has to be an element of truth to make it work, and I think Cena was just telling the truth, and I think Travis Scott didn't have that passion or dedication it takes, and they said, "We'll see you later."
And he was pretty bad as far as his involvement when he was there. I mean, it was just not good. He was not. I don't know. He just wasn't it. He's not Jelly Roll who did well. He's not Bad Bunny who did well or Logan Paul. He just didn't do well.
No, I don't. I really don't think he cared about it. I think he liked being there when he could be there, but uh, I don't know how many other guys can smoke weed coming to the ring. Even though he said it was sage and get away with it. It just
Yep.
There's a lot of ins and outs, and you got to know what you're doing. When he slapped Cody in the ear, I thought, oh my God, what are they going to do with this guy? But I just don't think he had the passion for it.
Apparently, he was training down with Booker T down in Texas and was not getting any sort of rave reviews. I don't know if you heard that as well.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard he wouldn't show up, and when he did, wasn't really into it. And he wasn't doing a good job.
I know he's not really getting a push right now. He just lost Dominic Mysterio, but I'd love to see AJ Styles versus Cena one last time. I feel like that arguably in ring was Cena's best opponent, and Cena even recently said maybe that was his best opponent in ring, meaning AJ Styles. So I kind of want to see that. I don't know if they could just have it on Raw, maybe at Madison Square Garden, or do something, but I'd like to see them wrestle one last time.
Well, how many matches does Cena have left? Do you know?
I think they said, I want to say 5 matches left. It was the Saturday night's main event, the Perth show, Survivor Series, WrestlePalooza, and I thought there might have been one more in there. So
he's not doing Raw and SmackDown anymore, is he?
He's got 2 Raws left. He's got the Raw in Boston at the Boston Garden, and then he's got Madison Square Garden Raw. So there's 2 Raws in November, and that's it.
Okay. Well, then you never know. AJ might be one.
Can kind of do what they did with the Sami Zayn thing, where he just challenges him Sami Zayn challenged him on SmackDown and run it back that way.
Yeah, very possible.
Are you making anything of this AJ Styles off-air promo that he cut? Did you hear about it?
I heard about it, but I'm not sure what he said. I know he mentioned Luke and Carl Anderson, but I don't know. I really didn't. I read that he mentioned Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson when they went to commercial, right?
And he said that somebody doesn't want me here, and that he's winding down his time in WWE. So I thought that was kind of an interesting remark as well.
Yeah, and it could be true. So I mean that may go back to the second season of Unscripted, or what is it called?
Oh, Unreal. Yeah. Never know.
That
would be kind of crazy. Yeah, you never know. That's true. Like the Seth Rollins knee injury thing, and they filmed that for Unreal with him being injured and stuff. And they'll show you behind the scenes what happened.
Oh, was the knee injury at work?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well,
he came out at SummerSlam with the crutches, and he threw the crutches away, and he was walking fine, and then he pinned CM Punk.
Okay. Well, I thought he healed his knee. I didn't know the injury was at work.
Well, he said it was a ruse the whole time, so maybe I don't know if he's working that part, but that's what he said. It was a ruse.
Okay. Well, then I wouldn't put it past WWE because they do stuff like that. There has to be something based in reality to make it work, I think, and keep you guessing.
Who do you think doesn't want AJ Styles there? Who could that be? Triple H?
I have no idea. I thought Triple H was a big fan of AJ Styles.
I know. So did I. Yeah, interesting. That
Yeah,
could be intriguing. Like a little bit of a work shoot going on there with AJ.
yeah, very much so.
Crazy. Cena's retirement tour is coming up. AJ Styles' contract is coming up not too far from now. So could be a lot of major guys out of WWE come 2026.
Well, the main one would be Triple H, and so God only knows if it's Triple H or somebody else who doesn't want him there. But if Triple H wants him there, he'll be there.
Oh, definitely, 100%. Now, here's an interesting thing. I know it's a couple weeks old now, but just one step that I wanted to see your take on it. What did you think of the whole Syko Stu Roger Jackson situation, that whole debacle?
Well, excuse me. Number one, and this may be an unpopular view, but you don't go up to somebody you don't know and hit them in the head with a can.
Right.
Beer can. You know, I mean, if you got a buzz on or whatever, and you think it's a smart idea, you don't know who this guy is. I think Raja Jackson was wrong going in the ring and just beating the living hell out of Syko Stu, but who threw the first blow? It was Syko Stu, right?
Mm-hmm. Technically,
so I don't think it warranted getting his ass beat like that, but you don't know this kid. You don't know this guy at all. He's in the back and everybody's drinking and partying and stuff like that. And I don't know what the guy was thinking. Just go up to somebody you don't know and smash a beer can on his head. You don't know who this guy is.
So crazy.
That's my take. My take on it is, Roger Jackson shouldn't have gone in and did what he did, but at the same time, Stu shouldn't have done what he done.
Right.
So there's a little blame to go around, and yeah.
Took it a bit far though, right? I mean, that was just crazy.
He beat the living shit out of the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the tape, saw the video. He just went nuts. But that's, again, in the world we live in today, man, you don't know who's crazy out there and who's not. And why would you bring this guy backstage in that environment? And why would Syko Stu go up and smash a beer can on somebody he doesn't know and not sure about it? I heard he apologized and things like that, but still, he threw the first strike.
It's just crazy how it escalated, got out of control, almost killed the guy. I mean, geez, he's like choking on his own. It just, man, thank God that one guy ran in there and saved him and got in there.
Well, I don't condone anything like that, but didn't Syko Stu say he was retiring from wrestling, retiring from drinking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he should have done that, because that wasn't a real smart thing to do on his part.
That was pretty crazy. And if you look at it, Rikishi, obviously it's his school. There's the School of Hard Knocks over there that this happened in. So his program gets pulled from the WWE ID to the FD program. What do you make of that? Do you think that is that you kind of need to do that? You can't be associated with that?
Well, you can't be associated with that. The guy, Psycho Sid looks like a goof anyway. And they're drinking backstage, and it's on video. It's out there for everybody to see. And Rikishi wasn't there that night, from what I understand. But they can't be associated with somebody like that. And it got a lot of heat and got a lot of publicity, and it didn't turn out good for Rikishi's school. WWE had no choice. I don't think they wanted to be brought in on it and be associated with that.
So another kind of interesting wrinkle to that is Solo Sikoa around this time loses the U.S. title. Now, kind of funny to think like, oh, it's his punishment, but it's kind of like an interesting thing that people are throwing out there. Do you think Solo lost the U.S. title as punishment for his dad for this going on, for that, for WWE? Is that even in the realm of possibility, or is that crazy?
Well, anything's in the realm of possibility. It just, I think they're trying to look for a way to push Sami Zayn. But, who knows what the real reason is. Um, but I personally think they're looking for a way to push Sammy and give him a shot and see where it goes from there.
Do you think that kind of stuff still goes on? I mean, that's kind of an old school thought, right? Like, oh, this guy's going to get punished because of this or whatever. Kind of an old school thought.
Well, it is an old school thought, and I think you still need to have some old school thinking in the business. I really do. I mean, I think some things need to be handled with an old school way of thinking. I mean, what is the right thing to do? If they did it for that, well, so be it. But at the same time, if they did it for business reasons, which would be a business reason to take the belt off Solo and let Sami Zayn have a run with it.
Do you think that that's the right choice, or do you think Solo should kind of keep going because he's got a faction going? Like, do you think they should still push the MFTs, if you will, the Tongians?
Well, whatever they're doing is working right now, and I think they should keep the course, stay the course, and find ways to make things fresh. So, again, with people like Michael Hayes there, I think they'll do that.
Man, Syko Stu, the Knox Pro over there, Rikishi, just seemed like that was everywhere. Like TMZ was covering and interviewing those. It felt like that was a huge news for a bit there, and then obviously WWE kind of quietly pulls the WBID program from them and pretending that that they never existed, kind of thing.
Pretty much, I think they just wanted to have it where they're not associated with stuff like that, and that whether it was the right thing to do or not, it was what they felt was right, and you don't want somebody. The bad thing about it was everything was filmed. It's all out there on video for everyone to see, and you watch Syko Stu go up and smash a beer can in the guy's head, and he doesn't know who he is, never met him before, doesn't know about his mental condition or mental state of mind. If he's a nut, which obviously he is, you don't do something like that. You keep your hands to yourself. Is the way I think.
Now, what is going on? The latest of the NWA. What's going on with the NWA right now? Are they still firing on all cylinders? I know they're coming to New York coming up.
I think they were just on Long Island in August.
Yeah, coming back, I think too.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I know we're going to Atlanta in October. So everything is, everything's firing on all cylinders.
Now, as far as New York, they were there for the 77th anniversary show as well, right? I mean, so.
Right. I was in Vegas.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. You missed that one.
Yeah, I missed that one. Yeah, but we just came back from Tampa last week, and good showing, and the guys did well.
What do you think about Roku and the other NWA or Central Channel, basically with WoW and stuff? Do you like everything that they're doing as far as exposure is going?
Well, they're on the right track. Roku has been very good, and they're on the Roku Sports Channel. And I think they're on the right track in getting more eyes on the NWA. I think that's the key. And they've got talent there, and it's a matter of exposing the product to a different set of wrestling fans or another set of wrestling fans who are looking for an alternative to WWE or AEW. And I think the NWA has things on the right track.
Thrill Billy, Silas Mason, the new champion. That's your guy. It's a guy you train. What are your thoughts on the Thrill Billy? Going down in history as a NWA champion now.
Well, he's not the NWA champion until it shows on TV.
Oh,
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but no, Thrill Billy's doing really good. He's got in tremendous shape. I just saw him in Tampa Friday, and he looks great. He's ecstatic. He's excited. And I think he's going to be a great representative for the NWA. I really do.
Yeah. What did he do to get? I mean, he was always a big dude, but he just got like ripped up. He got in awesome shape.
Yeah, he did the work. He went to the gym. He did the diet. He did it all, and he's in great shape. And I think he's going to be a great asset.
Another, notch in the old resume belt for you, just as far as another guy that you trained that, hitting the big time, if you will. It's really become a success story.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy about that. Very happy about that.
All right. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Let's head towards the plugs. You follow me on Twitter and Instagram at 2Man Power Trip. Dr. Tom, what about you? What do you got going on? Where can everybody find and follow you?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm on Twitter at Dr. Tom Prichard. And you can email me at Dr. Tom Prichard or at jpwa.com and get back to you.
All right. Good stuff as always. And of course, keep your eye out on the NWA and everything going on and check them out on Roku. So they're rocking and rolling.
Definitely.
Thank you, everybody out there for listening. See you right back here next week for a little taking.